I present to you Elsa Salazar Cade. Elsa Salazar Cade was born in 1952. She was raised in the Lone Star State of Texas. She grew up in San Antonio, Texas, where she went to Edgewood Independent State District for school. She went to Loma Park Elementary, the picture on the left, for grades 1 through 6. She then went to Truman, picture on the right, for junior high. This is Memorial High School, where Elsa got interested in art and biology. She got her Bachelor's of Education in Spanish and Biology at the University of Texas at Austin and an administration certificate at Niagara University. A little side note about Niagara University. It is a private Catholic university in the Vincentian tradition, meaning the Roman Catholic Society of Apostolic Life of Priests and Brothers. It was founded by Vincent de Paul. It is associated with the Vincentian family, a loose federation of organizations who claim Vincent de Paul as their founder or patron. Just a little interesting fact I thought, didn't know where it was. So that was Niagara University. Elsa is an award-winning Mexican-American science teacher and entomologist. Entomology is the scientific study of insects. It is a branch of zoology. Elsa is married to William H. Cade. William H. Cade has a PhD and did some research in evolution of animal behavior, insect reproductive behavior, acoustic signals in cricket, cockroach mating behavior, and parasite-prey coevolution. The Cades have done over 30 years of research on the Texas field cricket, Gryllus texensis, the picture on the right. Gryllus texensis is a species of cricket described by William H. Cade and OTTE. Professor Daniel Otti is an ecologist, a world expert on crickets and grasshoppers, and a prominent scientific illustrator. Elsa Salazar Cade has helped develop a hands-on instructional program for middle school teachers through support from the National Science Foundation at the University of Buffalo. Elsa dedicated much of her energy to economically disadvantaged and emotionally disabled children. She was selected as one of the top 10 science teachers in 1995 by the NSTA, the National Science Teacher Association. Elsa's teaching philosophy has been influenced by her upbringing and her own educational experience. Elsa's teaching philosophy includes to solve problems and learning by actively participating in the search of knowledge. Solving problems, racing, and creatively exploring new questions are central to her teaching style. Elsa's teaching philosophy has been influenced by her upbringing and her own educational experience. Elsa's teaching philosophy includes to solve problems and learning by actively participating in the search of knowledge. Solving problems, racing, and creatively exploring new questions are central to her teaching style. Elsa prepares students to think in terms of problems, experiments, and solutions. Elsa believed that good science instruction for all Americans was necessary in order to remain competitive in the world trade and job market. Elsa's instructional method included hands-on. One of Elsa's goals was to teach her students to have a sense of self-respect and personal safety into their lives at home, because some young students had a life surrounded by drugs, solvents, guns, unsafe sex, alcohol, and violence. As a teacher, Elsa taught students to look at a system, isolate the problem, and don't be afraid to test a solution. Approaching this method, students will always have advantage over others. Here Elsa shares some pictures of kids in the classroom as they problem solve. She will always emphasize to her students that science is not only a subject, but rather a way of thinking and solving the problems they encounter. This instructional method encouraged open-ended questions and allowed students to think out loud. She used a guided questioning technique to lead them to an understanding within their grasp. Elsa and William Cade jointly presented crickets in the classroom. This workshop explained the use of crickets to teach various concepts. Elsa and William believed that field and house crickets were ideal subjects for teaching observation, measurement, hypothesis formation, and testing a variety of skills important in science. Since crickets could be easily collected in the field or they could be purchased from various vendors, crickets performed some really interesting behavior and used sound to manipulate the behavior of others. Cricket behavior is easy to observe, and the whole exercise was really inexpensive. They have always been fascinated by crickets, mostly because crickets sing. Some producers add their songs to soundtracks. The Chinese have used them for medicinal purposes. They have special cages which enhance the songs and fight the males the same way people in other cultures fight dogs. Some people, including myself, think crickets bring good luck. I always let it go outside if it's in my house, but I never kill it. Now, here is some fascinating information on cricket mating behavior. This is how it happens. Males rub their wings together and produce a calling song that is species specific. Females are attracted to the song, and the song repels other calling males in a type of territoriality. In many species, males can be observed walking or remaining stationary, very close to a calling male. This so-called satellite behavior sometimes involves the silent male intercepting and mating with females attracted to the caller. To make matters more interesting, in some species of crickets, parasitic flies have evolved the ability to hear males. They find and lay living larvae on calling males. Males that call and attract females don't live as long as males that spend more time in satellite behavior. Laboratory experiments show that the amount of time that a male spends calling is in part due to genetic influences, and the maintenance of calling and non-calling male behavior in a population is the subject of much research. In March 2010, Haiti had a natural disaster. Under the name of Tex-Mex, Elsa Cade spurred the blogosphere and focused on Shelter Box USA and the urgent need to send shelter and life-saving equipment to Haiti. The blog raised $130,000 to help 1,300 disaster survivors. Elsa and her husband, Bill Cade, now reside in Lethbridge, Alberta. Thank you.